We should be live. All right, there we are. We're live. And hello, everyone. You are watching a Kriegsspiel battle, which is going to be very different from any Kriegsspiel battle you've seen before. We're hunting an outlaw renegade general, and you'll see that there are blue and red pieces together on the map. And basically, the red versus blue campaign has come to an end. Partly because one of the blue commanders in his division went renegade, and as a consequence, he burned down an allied town, caused the ally to switch allegiance to the side of the red, away from the blue, and basically the war came to an end. The blue could not win the war without the cooperation of their ally, who turned against them and joined red. The ally was, technically neutral, but, leaned strongly to the blue, but not after this. So, now that the war has come to an end, both sides are agreed that this blue commander, General Sam Miller, must be brought to justice. And so now their forces have agreed to cooperate to hunt this commander, and the hunt for the renegade now begins. So I will patch into the main chat, and the game will begin directly. This is technically unofficial. The umpires are kind of resolving things separately, but I think there's enough frustration here that there is a desire for some catharsis, and this battle may allow it. We do have a pretty strict rule in the organization against war crimes. We don't allow it. We don't allow you to even give the order. But for whatever reason, this did happen in the game. The umpires allowed that order to be given, and it changed the game dramatically. So here is my cavalry division, which is technically under the command of one of my cavalry commanders. And then here is my own personal infantry division. And then here are the blue forces joining us for the hunt. Alright, it's time to patch into the chat, and we will proceed directly. And I'm going to turn off my camera so you can see a little bit more of the screen, since there's no need to look at my mug. It's not about me. There we are. But it should be an interesting and short battle. We'll see what happens here. Alright, let's move on up. Alright,
Right.
alright, the stream is live and running. I have it.
God, dang, they missed a lot of smack talk between our leaders here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I had to start the stream and introduce it so that people watching this in the future, perhaps 100 years in the future, know the crimes of Sam Miller, who burned an allied town for reasons I still don't know. And now we are all hunting him.
I
We
cannot
don't know
possibly
either, Marshall.
fathom why.
We don't get it either.
Yeah, there's a reason why he is outlawed in the country that he is from. Even
Yeah.
though he didn't burn down one of their cities.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so as you can see, guys, I've deployed you. We didn't actually agree, since Amelia's not here, who's in charge of
Looks
the
like it
cavalry
worked.
division. Oh, hey. So,
Yeah, it was because of my VPN. We're good.
So Ogle, would you like to take charge of the cavalry division? In fact, since we've got so many,
if our most illustrious General Marshal de la Vallee cannot make it, I will take her place.
So what I'm going to actually do, since we've got 3 cavalry brigades and so many people joining, is we'll have a brigade commander for each of the cavalry brigades. How does that sound? So you'll be in charge of the guards cavalry, and you'll be kind of like the main show there, and then the other guys will be okay. Cool. And then Marshall, of course, is in charge of the Marine Guard, or Garde de la Marine, or whatever you want to call it in French. I don't speak frog, sorry.
Well, they are the Special Palace and Carriage Escort, technically Space Marines.
Yes. Okay. All right. I did
They're
not.
the Confederate Space Marines.
Yep.
If only the Confederates had special palace and
Are
carriage
you guys
escort.
doing a match this late at night?
I mean,
We're hunting Sam Miller.
match is like a one word to describe what we're doing. All right. Anyhow, so it is. Oh goodness, what time do we want it to be? Let's make it cool. It is 1800 hours. On the night of November 1st, All Saints Day. And of course, the man we are hunting is not going to make that list. So we are hunting Sam Miller. And you all in a council before this, you have been searching all day, and you realized that he was somewhere in this general area. You couldn't, reports from civilians and such indicated that they saw a man dressed in women's clothing, walking around trying to make himself look unsuspicious.
Didn't work.
It did not work. So you know that he's generally in this neck of the woods, and you've got to go and find him. Justice must be done for the people of San Corinne. Even though none of them died, they lost their homes. Justice for the people of San Corinne. And, I'd be pretty pissed, if my house got burned down.
Right before winter.
Right? That was good firewood we could have used. At least you could have, torn it down instead of burned it. But, yeah, so we're hunting him down. And, that's pretty much all you know. Now let's just go from group to group asking for orders, and we're all around the same table, but let's just honor system. We won't have any people acting out of what they would know. And so since we only have Kadwala, do you want to play?
He might just be listening in.
He might just be
Yeah, I
listening.
think that's what he's doing.
All right, so then Ogle is in charge of the entire cavalry division then. That's
It's
cool.
It's
There
2
he is.
a.m. here.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Germany, so. But I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to watch a little bit.
Okay, cool. All right, so Ogle's in charge of the whole cav division then. All right, so let's start off with Ogle. So what do you want to do?
For now, just keep heading down the road, and hopefully meet up around here with move up to here, and then I think I'm going. I'm not sure how much I'm able to do this. Since this is a search, I would want to split off at this crossroads and split 2 brigades with me and 1 brigade independently heading down this plains area to search over here. Search down this road, that is, and then 2 brigades up that way.
All right. If you want to just move your column up that way.
Yep.
And Emperor Marshal. Feels weird calling you that, but so what are you doing?
Well, we will go to Sadawa. I will set the Space Marines, first battalion or whatever, to search Sadawa as quickly as they can. I will admonish them not to steal anything. These are sailors. They were very good at finding Demeter when she was lost. I don't know if you read that story in the lore, but they do have a nose for things like this, which is why I've brought them with me. Otherwise, my objective is Sistawas, which is to the southwest, southeast.
Okay.
And
yeah.
okay, so you see it, and my goal is to search that as well, and then to search Lipa or Masloid, depending on, and then basically these are the places I want to search. So Sadawa, and then these are the 4 places I want to begin searching.
All right, cool.
So
So we'll just go ahead and move you down there, and they're going to start searching the town at the end of the turn. And then over here, the Rogue Blau forces, Moffat in the lead, Eli in the reserve. What's going on with you guys?
So I was filling my time card in at the same time so I can get this over with.
Let's start off with the Moth,
Oh, I
and
see.
then we'll go
Okay,
with the Growl.
I saw you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
My plan is
If-
to take myself down here and
Latina?
then
Okay.
search through this massive thing and then catch this area after.
Okay.
With a departing word from Growl, find his ass.
It will be
Yeah.
done.
It will be done, my lord. Okay, so he's doing that, and then what is the Growl going to do other than growl?
The Growl is going to head toward. I was kind of bouncing back and forth between my work screen and this one. Can you remind me one more time where he was last seen in women's clothing?
He's just in this general area. We don't know exactly where.
Oh, so kind of like in this little box area.
It's the end of the day. You're trying to find him before it gets too late at night, you know. So you've just gotten scattered reports as you were marching this way.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go to.
But you're coming from the north, so you assume he's south of you, right? You know.
Right. Okay, I'm going to make a stop in Sendrovit. What's that name?
Rushits.
Sendrovit.
Ratchets. I don't know. Like
Sundersit's the one just south of him.
ah. Oh,
I'm going to make a stop there first, and then after that, I'm going to head to Netalist.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's moved. And now let's just. I'm going to ask our resident punk to DM me his first movement order.
Already
Okay.
done.
All right.
Why am I only seeing one army here? Is it like everybody against?
It's
the rest
everybody
of the-
against one command token. That is correct.
Yeah, we're trying to. He's a war
It's a
criminal,
manhunt.
and we're trying to find.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
So imagine, like, you know, you are like the Israeli secret police, or not the secret. The what do they call that? The
Mossad.
Mossad, and you're hunting Eichmann right now. You know, that's the idea.
Is it historical? Semi-historical?
No, no,
I see. Okay,
no.
yeah.
This is fictitious. This is the world of Kriegsspiel.
Okay.
The red versus Blau.
It's kind of like a little thing we're doing as part of the
Okay, yeah,
Red versus
he
Blue
can
campaign.
get, or wait, he'll get okay, I generally know where he is. Okay, yep. He'll get should be okay. Yep. All right. Now we know. You can update that, just move it on ahead the same amount that we agreed to move it. And then send me a screenshot with the actual token on it, you know, next
Also,
time.
he's moving himself around to an agreed distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna.
got agreed movement limits.
I gotta leave this room then. I gotta
Yep.
join my own room.
Okay, cool. All right. So now it is 1815, and Marshall, you're just searching the town of Sotowa, right? You're getting the 1st Battalion.
Yeah,
do that?
but we're also gonna continue to push ahead. You know, the first
Okay.
battalion will do it, and the rest will continue ahead, and they'll catch up.
Okay, cool. So they're gonna get there this turn, and at the end of the turn, the Marines will report that the town is in fact empty, and they're going to, after not too much searching around, and only having a few feathers rustled, join the back of the column. The cavalry. What's going on with you, Ogle?
Continuing up the road. I'm assuming I can get to the crossroads. Yes.
Oh yeah, easily. And then so you're gonna have a brigade turn south.
Yes. The last brigade in the column. That would be the second.
Okay,
The
so you're
second
gonna
brigade
be slowed down behind the infantry for now.
Yes, for the time being, yes. The second
Yeah.
brigade though is going to take this road, and I want them to make stops to search here. Just go like whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop, like that. Just
We can clarify this at a later time, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As long as I know. All right. And
I'm
now
just
we're
gonna mark on
over.
the map. Continuing up the
Now we're
road.
over with the
I'm assuming I
Blau
can get.
and the Growl. So, what is the Blau doing? Moffat.
I want my cav just kind of continue their move to Trotina.
Trotina. Yeah.
I will take them
Good
off
idea.
the road through the plain once we hit the edge of it. We're just
Okay.
going straight there.
So 3.4, and then let's just move them there. Cool deal. And the Growl is going to make a whistle stop in Sendrazitz, right?
Yep. And I'm going to start sending out word to the townsfolk on if you've seen him, you better tell me.
All right, so you're gonna ride to the town square.
Basically, it's an air of this dude's mad with details of, hey, so-and-so, if you've seen him, tell me.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So you're in the town
But
square.
definitely emphasizing that the townsfolk look at him and go, damn, this dude's pissed.
Yeah. So they're going to start, gathering around, like wondering if they should tell him anything. They're kind of scared, they don't really know what to do when a couple regiments of cavalry show up in their town. But
I mean, I would
after
mention
a little
that
convincing.
I would mention that he's a wanted war criminal.
Yeah. So like they're just kind of like, getting out of their houses and being like, what the heck is this guy doing, right? So yeah, I mean, you just got there, right? Literally at the end of the turn, you're just getting there now. So yep.
Okay.
Cool deal. That's everyone moved, except for our fugitive. So, can I get a screenshot of the fugitive?
Yeah.
He who shall not be named.
Sending
I
it
seriously
soon.
think that this is like an episode of Memory TV where you're just watching Jordanian news anchors fight on live television.
Have you ever seen those videos of the monks fighting in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre?
No.
like somebody, in that church, there's 6 denominations that share it, and all 6 have to agree on anything to happen, right? So like if they want to move a chair an inch to the left, all 6 denominations have to give their approval.
Yes, I remember that. That's the one that has the ladder to that window that's been there for like 600 years.
Yep, I've seen it.
They've replaced it for like every 200 years.
Okay, let me just make sure that that's an acceptable move for the fugitive. Yeah, that's acceptable. All right. Thank you for the update. Let's don't worry, I'm not hovering. So let's carry on here. So the Marine Guard, the Space Marines, they are continuing on down the road, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 1. Okay, so they'll get to the crossroads. They're kind of miffed that they didn't get to loot the houses, but and so these 2 brigades are going to follow them, right?
Hold up, a slight adjustment to that. We're
Okay.
the brigades that are still with me are going to take this road so that we don't create a traffic.
Okay, all right, that's easy enough. So that would be from the crossroads up there to Fort. Yep, that's valid. That's a good move. Just adjust that here real quick. My OCD's kicking in.
No worries. I'm just moving them generally where I think they'd be, but
yep, that's
feel free to.
Let's see. So they were back there. 3, 6. That's where the head of the column would be for those guys.
All right, I'll push them back.
All right. Oh, that's not gonna get there. But I don't really want to deal with that right now, so we're just gonna assume it does.
Feel free to
quick
take him off
burst.
the map. I'm assuming this is with it. We'll be able to catch this guy, and then we'll.
Yeah, I
worry about
mean,
it later.
you're not really gonna get in a shooting fight. At least that's what you think.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
He's, this is 1805, right? This guy's got a one-shot pistol.
This is not the general you're looking for.
He's not, Arnold Schwarzenegger with like a minigun. He's yeah. Excuse my friend. He's dead tired. Just. All right, then.
This is not the general you're looking for when we see him.
A
Exactly.
slight wave of the hand.
This is not the man in woman's clothing you're looking for. All right, Growl. So you're in the town. You're talking to him. You're pissed, right? You want answers. It's like, you want the truth, and they're like, you can handle the truth. Here's the truth.
You can't
we
handle the
saw him.
You want me on the ball.
We
You
saw
can't handle
him
the
pass
truth, we
through
know.
here a few hours ago, on his way south.
Oh. So he headed
though-
south here. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Like and by a few hours ago, it was like this morning.
Right. Okay. Well, then let's. Okay. I'm gonna take my troops to. Well, first, I tell them thank you, give them a little bit of coin,
Oh yeah.
and then be on my way to Netalist.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 3/4 movement, because you spent the time talking. So that puts you there. All right, and then what is the Blau doing? The Blau and
Heading
the Grau.
to Trotina. We're gonna quickly check the town, and then afterwards, like troops are to not to take anything, not to break anything. They're to say we are looking for the fugitive who destroyed Saint Karin. Then once we check it out, we're going to head down to Lochenitz, this really long set of
Yep.
towns, and start clearing that.
Okay,
Just
cool.
start hard
So
clearing all the houses.
breaking down the doors. No, that's not a.
No,
that's not
we
the
knock and then enter,
idea. Yeah.
and check and then leave.
Okay,
I mean, you
so
gotta make sure you knock. I mean, you gotta be
you
polite.
get there and
Burning down all the towns.
Yeah,
Answer the door, and they're I have fusillade of muskets.
give them the old Blau greeting. Let's burn them down. No. So you just get there and you're searching the town at the moment when the turn ends, and so far you haven't found anything. As for the rest of you, you've already moved, so let's get our screenshot from the fugitive. Where are you headed? I'm headed to a part of the map. Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you for telling us.
In a woman's high-pitched
Yeah. I mean, like, he was
Running off
dedicated to
many
the
bridges.
role.
I mean, he's in character,
That's
you know. I
woman's
mean, he is
clothing.
pretending to be a woman right now.
Yeah. The legend goes that Jefferson Davis tried to escape Richmond in women's clothing, though that's a lie.
Whatever happened to him? Was he just imprisoned, or
He was in
Yeah.
prison for a couple of years and then sent back to Mississippi. I've actually been in the courtroom in Vicksburg where he fought to get his land reinstated.
Oh, did he?
well,
Yeah, he got his farm back after the war. It took him a number of years though, and he
Like
lived
how-
in that area south of Vicksburg for the rest of his life. Where
Lee
he grew up.
certainly didn't get his land back. It got turned into Arlington National Cemetery.
That was Lee. Yeah. What a flex. It's
Onward,
like, you see
gentlemen.
these
I
men
want
we
to
killed?
find the criminal.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still waiting for the screenshot from the criminal. Ah, there we go. I just got it. Okay. So let's see. Yep. That works. All right. Now it's time for the next move. So, Marshall, let's move you first. So, are you moving into this first town here? Or are you taking a left, or what's going on?
Well, I'll send one brigade or whatever that is to the left, battalion, half battalion, whatever.
Okay. So
So-
they're going into Sestoves and starting to search.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
they have orders to continue after that to the next one over.
Right. Okay. And then these guys, I assume, are just marching straight into this town here.
Yes.
And you want to be with these guys, right?
yes, and then one will
Okay.
search this town, and then another one will search whatever the next one is, whatever that's named. Let's
Cool.
erase it
All right.
if I can. I can't
uh,
erase. There we go.
Yep. If you click on your
There we
color
go.
thing under
Alright,
the
oh, well,
marker, The slider next to the color slider is the opacity, so you can make clear, it's like slightly see-through lines like the one I have.
All right, Ogle,
Yeah.
what's going on here? So
Up this way.
up this
up
way.
this way.
Okay. Can you like draw with
I don't-
like the opacity turned
Yeah,
down?
no, I can do that.
So that I can
as
actually
soon as
see where the road is.
No worries. As soon as
Um,
stop getting notifications as soon as I remember how to do that.
Okay.
There it is. That's how it is.
All right. So they're going. So they're going this way. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So that's 6. Go ahead and move that column up behind that guy.
And I've still
then,
got the other line I'm moving up.
And these guys are just moving down the road down to Morkvovis or whatever.
Yep. Starting there.
All right.
Also, if either McKay or Carter, if you could remember where the fugitive is going, so we can see.
That's-
after the moves
Yeah.
in.
So we're sending screenshots to each other. McKay's in his own private lobby.
Yeah, I'm tracking
moving,
my movement so you can audit it after.
Okay.
It's like playing Scotland Yard.
It's basically that.
You literally like coming onto the map. You're like, let's split up, gang. You know.
Yeah. So
I
I have a predetermined route, but I'm gonna adjust if I can see the next town over, if there's any commotion.
Yeah. So he's got an objective. He's moving. He's.
So
That's
he's,
probably too much to know, but
he's going to travel by underground.
he's
Mr.
digging
X.
himself a tunnel to China.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so now that that's done, what's the Grau doing? Moving into this natalist town?
Yeah, and I'm also going to stand there on the edge of town on the road, making sure nobody took some shit from the previous town.
I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah?
of doing the same thing.
You see
So,
that
like,
none of
like,
your men have
basically, I'm
actually
gonna-
stolen anything.
Okay, I don't
They're
see
not
them.
Sam's men, you know.
Well, plus they know we better not take anything. This
Yeah,
guy.
they've been, for the past few weeks just seeing you fuming. Oh,
Well-
they know that they are on thin ice right now, you know.
Are these Southern Dutchy men?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, if they're
Um,
if they're Southern Dutchy men, they won't steal anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the story, they're Blau, but
Yeah.
but I mean, nonetheless, these Blau guys, they get it. Don't do some shit. He's pissed.
Yeah. So you are now stopping in this town to take a search around, I assume?
Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and branch the men out. I don't want to start intruding on people's homes and stuff. Just kind of look for anything out of the ordinary. And I'm gonna go into the center of town in this. I'm gonna spend a little bit extra time in this town. But for now, let's just branch the guys out. While me personally, I'm heading kind of towards the center of town.
Okay. All right. So the men are going around looking for anything strange, and you're in the town square procuring more information.
Yeah, and I'd kind of like to tell everybody, like, hey, so I'm looking for a war criminal. Now, obviously, just like the last town, I'm mad as hell. And just look, I'm not after any of you. I'm after a war criminal. So tell me where he is if you've seen him.
Yep. War criminal dressed up as a woman. That deal.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not here for any of you. I want him.
Yes. Okay. So, the Blau.
I will start moving towards Lochnitz. While
Okay.
we're going, I will explain to my soldiers how they're supposed to act with the civilians. You are to knock on doors, explain we are looking for the man who burnt St. Karin, give a description, search the house if they allow you, but keep it moving quickly. And once we get into Lochnitz, I will be riding at the front of the column with my sword out. No one else is to draw a weapon unless they see Sam Miller. But I will have my sword out at the front of the column, searching. I will not enter any houses, but I will be looking for him in
Okay.
alleyways and among the people.
Understood. All right. So that's that all moved, and our fugitive has sent me a screenshot. Yes. Yes, he has. Okay. Understood. Let's get this show on the road. Next turn. So these guys, let's just So they're searching this town and then carrying on to Trezevitz. That was their order, right? Cyrus, Maréchal Ogul.
Yes.
Yes.
Their
was the order?
first these guys first stop is to first search stop is here. I've marked out each place I want them to stop and search on their route.
Okay, cool. All right, so they're gonna
just put those guys kind of on a bit of a track.
Yep. So these guys are going to go ahead. One of the units is going to detach and search. The rest are going to keep moving down to here. Then they'll get there.
What about the main column? Are they able to reach the end?
Well, hold on. So these guys search and find nothing and sprint back up, rejoin. These guys go like that, and they're moving. I get about there. So let's move the head of the column there, and you can go ahead and set them up. And then, so you're dispatching a battalion here to search this town, right, Marshall? Is that correct? The Emperor seems to have gone mute.
Yes.
He's known
sorry.
he's known for falling into reverie on it.
Yes. I'm
Right,
going
just
to myself right ahead to Rospritz.
Okay. To Rospritz. Okay. All right, that can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Rospritz would you like to go?
Well, I'll start at the end and work my way back north.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see if he gets involved in a 1v1. That would be funny.
Well, I
do.
have some staff officers and couriers with me. I'm sure I have an escort.
True.
Personal escort.
Okay, so then these guys are going like that. So they're gonna get like there. These guys finish searching the town. They send a courier back reporting the results, and they're gonna move on toward this way. Toward.
Damn, dude! Like you got troops all over the fucking countryside looking for this guy. Like there's rumors going around. Holy shit, dude! What's going on?
Yeah. All right, so that's all of the movement. Oh no! So the Grau.
Yes, sir.
Your troops are still searching the town. They haven't found anything. You're in the middle of the town asking for more information. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll go ahead and spend this town. We'll spend this turn kind of spending a little bit extra time in town. Then we'll move on after this turn to. We'll go. We'll go to Sveti next.
When you describe, the rumors you've been hearing, they're like, that sounds accurate. I think, we might have seen somebody like that pass through here earlier today.
Okay, so I quickly turn around and go, where?
And, like, from where or to where?
Like, where? Like, details.
They just saw a guy passing through town that looks like the description. Do
they have an indication of direction?
Looked like he was headed south.
Okay, we're going on to Sveti. But this time, I'm going to have, I don't know if you'll let me do this. We're going to have guys kind of spread out because it looks like we got some hillsides and stuff with some rolling hills.
Okay.
So I'm going to spread some guys out and see if he's maybe hiding in one of the gullies.
Okay.
While we're on our way down to Sveti.
Yeah, so let's execute that next turn because you found that out.
No worries. Like a turn. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so then for the Blau, what are you doing?
I
slowly going through the town, methodically.
Boldly going through the town. Yes. If my cavalry gets behind me from searching, they will leave behind me. I will continue on by myself. I'm just going straight down this road, seeing what I can find.
All right. Well, since you're just one guy on a horse, do you want to move that far ahead, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this turn, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything, so. All right. Cool. Let's get our screenshot from the fugitive. Seems reasonable. All right. Let's move on.
I'm on your trail, Sam. I'm on your trail, bro.
He's sniffing them out.
Come at me. I'm gonna burn stuff down.
He's the pain in the arsonist. No one got the joke. Darn. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
arsonist. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. All right. So Ogle, you're moving this way,
Mm-hmm.
and you're searching the town, or just moving through?
Yes, search. I am detaching one of the guard brigade, one of the battalions of the guard brigade to search the town. However, if similarly to the regiment or brigade in the detached currently, I'd like to detach only one, while the rest continue on this road.
Okay. Go ahead and advance your column to where I've got it. And then these guys are going into Trezevitz. This guy detaches. The rest of them carry on. In fact, they'll get to like here. And after a quick search around, they don't see anything, so they're just gonna get on there. All right. Then Emperor Marshal the First of Vermillion, where are you headed?
Well, I need to search Rossbritz, or I'm gonna take a look through, whatever. Ask around.
Okay. You're zooming around the town, asking around, People are like, holy crap, is that the Emperor of Vermillion? Like, just with his staff?
Damn, he's got covered some distance.
Yeah. And so far you haven't heard anything of note.
Very well.
Meanwhile, these guys arrive in Chlum and start searching the town. These guys have finished up, and they are on their way to Chlum. These guys are on their way to Stovis. They're just getting into the town this turn, or Maslevitz, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of intense too, because me as the character, I'm like, I gotta be Vermillion to this guy.
It's a race. Okay, so then Growl, you're moving down south towards Sveti, right?
Yep, we're gonna go to Sveti, and like I said, I've got guys spread out in case he's hiding in behind, between the rises.
Sam probably is getting a little sweaty right now.
And what I'm gonna do is,
okay,
I think I'm gonna make a gamble, and leave those orders to my troops, and just ride ahead to Sveti.
I'll just cancel the whole, pun thing right now. I'll just stop. Nobody likes it anymore.
No, I liked it. It was funny.
All right,
yeah, he's getting kind of sweaty.
All right. Okay. All right. So you're riding ahead into Sveti.
Yep.
Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
Yes.
And the next turn when I get in there, I've got some particular words for these townsfolk because my troops aren't around.
Oh, well, you get there this turn about 3/4 of the way through. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's going to be kind of similar, but it's going to be like, look, this sumbitch is going to die. He's a dead man. He's going to die. If you've seen him, because I know he's come down this direction. If any of you have seen him, tell me. Because by this point, like, I know Vermillion's looking, so I feel like the character's going, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. So he's kind of feeling a little bit of pressure,
Yeah. The townspeople haven't answered you yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'll sit there and eyeball them all if I have to, and basically just add, like, look, I'm not here for, like, just basically the same thing I said to the last one. Like, look, I'm not here for any of you. I'm here for him, and only him.
Okay, so I assume, Liam, you're going to continue moving on?
I'm going to get through Primaritz, and then I'm going to come up onto the hill over here. And if I see anybody, like, walking, like any lone women walking along this road.
Lone women.
Lone women.
Lone women?
He's dressed as a woman. All right, deal with it. If I see anyone that matches the description I have of him, I will go up to them and inspect.
Okay.
If I see anyone here.
Okay.
If not, I will start searching these small buildings. in this general area.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
glad you didn't send your troops to do that. I mean, you tell them lone woman.
Find lone
That's why
women
I'm
and
doing it
inspect
myself.
them.
There's a reason I'm doing this part myself.
Fine, I'll do it myself. Okay, so then that is all done, and I've got our screenshot from our resident fugitive. Thank you. That seems reasonable. I'll go ahead and call that a turn. So let's just go from left to right again. These guys are going to go in and search this town. These guys get through it, and they're starting to search this town. When he finishes up his kind of sweep through there, they weren't told to like thoroughly investigate the towns. They're just looking for a weird guy. You know, they think it would be pretty easy to find him. So that's the thing. Now, the main column seems to be splitting up. What's
Yes.
going on?
The guard brigade is to follow down this way,
Okay.
while the rest of it is to continue down directly south.
Well, that's where the front of your guard column is. The artillery sprints. Why not? We're gonna
It's
be
horse
generous.
artillery.
It's sports artillery. That's right. It's a Ferrari of artillery. All right. So these guys
And we
are
are to-
down here.
They are under orders to search thoroughly this town.
Understood.
Do they count as self-propelled guns? I mean, they're being pulled by horses.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's a lot of horsepower. You know, at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, actually, fun fact: normal horse has more than 1 horsepower.
Well, there you go. Well, that's probably because modern horses are bred to be stronger, I would imagine.
No, at the time they created the term horsepower, one horse has more than 1 horsepower. The metric they used wasn't accurate enough to be the full strength of the horse.
Wow.
Interesting. Anyway.
Wait, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh no. Anyway, what's going on with Emperor Marshall here in Rosebirds?
Okay, I'm going to be, well, first of all, a dispatch to all units to gather in Restar after they complete their search. And I will ride ahead to Restar to begin nosing around there, speaking very kindly to the civilian and in townsfolk. And
You really made
Yeah.
that a point.
Are you asking them anything about the man that you're looking for, or
yes,
are you just trying to? It's a hearts and minds kind of deal.
yeah. Well, we're looking for the fugitive who attacked your country folk and burned down the port.
He's not
and-
around here.
Yeah. And anyone who sees anyone, Lord,
I'm sorry.
Worse than me and my D&D campaign.
and I will pay from my purse for credible information that leads to the capture of this fugitive.
Yeah, so somebody said they saw a guy looking like that. You know, they thought he was a little weird, thought he was kind of crazy. You know, and they said he was headed, you know, kind of like southwest. Like, you know, around noon that day. You know?
I swear to God, if Vermillion finds him,
Okay. All right. Detach. Orders to one of my brigades is to search Langenhof. I will continue personally to Restrar, and the person who gave the information, their name and address will be recorded, and they'll be paid if we capture him.
Okay. All right.
oh, that's a generous offer. Nice.
Now, is this
All right.
now this townsperson, was that in Rosperitz or was it in Restrar?
Rosebirds.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It was right before you headed out.
Okay.
And then so these guys are searching Chlum, and they found nothing. So they join these guys in their march toward Rosebirds, and they'll receive that
Yeah, of course.
message from you, and presumably continue marching down towards Restar.
Well,
Meanwhile, the guys are searching Uslaved. Oh, sorry.
one of them does need to turn to Langenhof. There we go. Okay.
Rosparitz.
So that's happening. So they're searching Maslaved this turn. Then did we already move Maréchal Ogle's cavalry this turn? We did, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
They were
okay.
the sports cavalry, sports
Yeah.
artillery.
All right. So, the cavalry arrives in Sveti
Okay.
as you're lecturing the population about how
Lecturing
much
is
of a...
not the word I would use.
Well, you're politely informing the population of just how much of an SOB the guy you're looking for is. And do you have any orders?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, man. You're gonna have to repeat that real quick because I got a call in and I had to ignore it so I could actually hear you because I cut out the mic entirely.
Yep. So basically, you were explaining to the town how much of an SOB this guy is that you're looking for. As the cavalry shows up, you stop because you didn't want them to hear what you were saying. You know?
Okay. Well, I'll add real quick because it's kind of like Growl, get a hold of yourself. And it's like, because clearly he's getting really kind of worked up. So he takes breath in, breath out, and he goes, "Please." He burned Saint Corinne.
Okay. All right. I felt a chill run down my spine. All right. So your cavalry has arrived. Are they to search the town, or are they just gonna ride with you somewhere?
We're gonna head to Britza, but that's the last thing I say before we ride out of there, or at least I kind of hang around while they move past me, kind of thing.
Okay. So
but they're gonna head down to Britza and search that town.
All right. Yeah, and you also noticed that none of them had any idea who you were talking about.
Okay, no worries.
All right, and then the Blau, the cavalry, is going to continue their search.
And yeah, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing again. And that's where you end the turn.
Also, as I'm riding around, I will explain that this is the guy who burned Saint Corinne, because I assume the news has traveled. And if anyone wants to join me, get on a horse, get a pitchfork, and help me, they are happy to do so.
Hey, dope.
Okay.
That's what's up.
All right. We'll see. I mean, these farms aren't exactly well populated, but So yeah, cool deal. Let's see what our fugitive is doing.
Part of me thinks that Carter and McKay are like planning. Hey, you know what? Let's just make all the sides clash and see what happens.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny. If Sam is really that valuable to you, then what happens, I mean,
part of me thinks you're gonna make all the personalities come together and just to see what the fuck happens.
All right, so I know where the fugitive is. It's okay. That's a good move. We're good with that. And now let's proceed to the next turn. What has it been, like 2 hours now? 2.5 hours of simulated time?
Yeah, about, I would think.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so let's go from left to right. So these guys are searching the town. They're like, okay, cool, we don't see anything. Let's, And you're just starting to get these dispatches, Ogle, that, they're not seeing anything in these towns. So, that's a whole thing that they're telling you. They're just about to arrive in this town at the end of the turn. Then, as for the main body of cavalry here, so these guys are searching Probulus and then heading towards Niederprim?
Yes.
Okay. So a couple of these guys are going to detach to search the town quickly as the rest moves through. And as they're exiting the other side of the town, they will join them, but in the rear. So they'll start searching Niederprim this turn as well. These guys are taking the right turn and heading this way, I assume.
Yes.
Hopefully it's the
heading
right
toward
turn at
that
Albuquerque.
Okay, so then they'd get to like there.
Oh hell, Carter, I forgot to mention. But never mind. I'll add it when we start moving to the next turn. Never mind. We're good. Keep going.
All right. As for the Emperor, you're just chilling in Restar, waiting for the orders to execute themselves. Is that correct?
Well, no, I'm actively searching and speaking to the population, and if that's not the case, we'll move on to Rosnitz.
And if he's not there,
Yes.
you mean? Yeah. Okay. All right. So Restar is a pretty big place, so you're doing that all turn today.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are moving down. They get about there. Okay. These guys are gonna take 2 and then go overland downhill towards Langenhof. Hut, you know. These guys finish searching Meslaved, and they're going to start heading south. They just got the dispatch this turn to start heading towards Restar. They're gonna get that far. And as for the Grau, you're heading towards Briza, right?
Oh yeah, and I'm getting really into this, guys. I gotta tell you. All right, here we go.
So that's 2. Okay, so
I'm gonna stop at that. Hold on, go back. You see that crossroads on that road I was coming down?
Right here?
Right there.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Grau walks. He kind of trots out into this crossroads, and he takes a look back at the previous town. All right, down the road. He's just kind of looking at it, and he looks at one of the battalion commanders, and he goes, "Circle back around." Like it's a gut feeling kind of thing. Circle back around.
All right.
And then meet us in Briza.
Oh, so one of the battalions is circling back around.
Yeah. One of the battalions is circling back around to go to Sveti.
Okay.
And they're going to search those small buildings on the way.
Okay, so that's what they'll be doing this turn.
And then that little grouping of houses right there, I stop in there. Same deal, only I'm much more kind of like relaxed. Like, hey. But I mean, I wouldn't say pleading, but definitely you can kind of see it on the guy's face. Like, this guy burned St. Corinne.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then these guys are carrying on their search. Then what is the Blau doing?
My guy's going to finish this last farm, and then he's going to move into Plotist, spreading the description, spreading the deed, and asking if anyone wants to join. If you can get a horse, you can join us. There's official cavalry units to your north coming in to help the search. You can join.
And
them
once you're
in
Plotis, do you want to head north or south?
I want to be heading south slowly, spreading the news, kind of waiting a bit for my cav to catch up. I'm talking to a lot of people, asking if they've seen this dude.
All right. Cool beans. That's everyone moved. Let's see where the fugitive is. That's good. All right, let's carry on to the next turn. So these guys are going to search this town, and it's a big one, so these guys are going to go that way, and they're going to chill on the other side of town. They're searching. You know, basically they spend the whole turn searching the town.
Yeah.
Because it's just wide, you know. So that's what they're going to do. These guys finish the turn just exiting Niederprim after searching it. Send a dispatch. Nothing found in either Problis or Niederprim. You're going to carry on down this road?
I want to carry on to here, and then what I would like my men to do is to form, in the current kind of column formation we're in, I would like them to form line, and we are going to sweep the forest like that.
Okay. We'll move like that.
I hope you flush them out.
And they're going to kind of spread out too.
Yeah.
That's a good way of searching. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do in Vermillion. Good ways. I would also like my artillery to report to this hill and take position and just keep an eye out. Report
Deploy
base
or not deploy?
deploy artillery and keep an eye out for anything that seems out of the ordinary.
Okay. All right.
Such as a lone woman.
Yes.
Always walk your girl home, kids. All right. So now it's time
In this
for
day and age, it would be a very strange thing to see.
oh God. All right. So
Moving on.
Marshall, what's going on in Restar?
So I take it I didn't hear a darn thing.
No.
Okay, off to Rosnitz.
Okay. All right. These guys will make it into Restar.
Which is practically next door.
These guys will start searching Langenhof. And these guys will continue marching towards Chlum, and they'll get there. Okay. As for the Blau, these guys are going back into Sveti, right?
The Grow, man.
Did I say the Blau? Okay. All right,
Yes, I'm
Liam.
Yeah, they're gonna go into Sveti, do a little bit of extra searching, see if the
Yep.
townspeople are like, "Dang, that guy seemed like he really wanted him." And
right. See if anybody was hiding something. That's
Yeah.
the idea. Okay.
and then they're gonna circle back around and head towards Britsa, whereas me with my battalion are going to search those buildings that they're at, and then head into Britsa and keep conducting the search. And I assume I haven't heard anything from anybody on this stuff.
No, nothing of the
Okay.
sort.
Okay.
So
Then, yeah,
you're
I'm
moving
gonna
into
take that
Britsa, and that's what you're doing?
Yep. Indeed.
All right, so you're going to continue, Liam, the Blau, moving down through Plotus at a kind of leisurely pace,
Yeah.
talking to people.
Yeah, talking to people. I also want to get out to this Planka area, check those buildings too. So while I'm waiting for the cav to make its
Oh,
way.
okay. So you're
Still spreading my message. Anyone wants to join me, get a horse, rally to the cav to your north.
And at the end of the turn, you see what looks like movement of your friendly cavalry moving through the town from
Got it.
Plaka. All right, cool. I've got our move from the fugitive. So let's turn this around again. So they finish searching Lubno, and they have at this point no further orders. So they're going to form up south of the town and await further orders.
My dispatch, I'm going to put it down on the map, but, it takes a little while to get there.
Uh-huh.
Is that okay?
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just resolve that next turn, I suppose. Or maybe we'll see. Okay. And then these guys are going to move past Oderprim towards Neuprim.
They're going to search Neuprim.
Yep, okay.
Carter, what's the range on that they can see me if I'm on the road?
I mean, it depends whether you're in the open or not.
Well, if I'm in the open.
Probably a few grids, they might start getting, suspicious.
Okay.
But of course, cover works both ways. That's when you start to see them. You'll notice them before they notice you, though.
So I'm sending the dispatch to these guys over here to begin sweeping through that way.
Okay.
And these guys also get a dispatch to begin sweeping
those
this
woods?
way.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
All right, so that'll all resolve probably next turn. Cool. And then you're going to continue sweeping these woods, right?
Yep.
So now you're
If we
through
can-
them, and you've still got some oomph left in you.
Form and column up on that road.
Oh, the guard cavalry. Just showing off. Okay.
Oh, baby, you know it. General Marechal de la Vallee is very well known for her ostentatious and
Theatrics.
flamboyant
Okay.
command style.
All right.
Gotta show these blue boys what the fuck they're up against. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though
Yeah.
none of us can see you.
Exactly. That's what makes it even better. Is you don't even
You know
know
what?
how good we are.
I feel like the crowd needs to say, "Yeah, Mommy, you haven't faced me yet."
All
That's
right.
why you'll lose.
All right.
Or
So
you haven't even faced the duchy yet, bro. You just wait.
speaking of the Growl, I'm going to talk to Marshall. So,
What? That's kind of a switch.
so these guys are moving south like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys finish up in Langenhof, and they assume that since they have no order to go anywhere else besides Restar after this, they're going to start heading that direction.
Okay, yeah, I'll send an order for them to search Stressowitz.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Strace tights? I don't know.
And so these guys just arrived in Restar and are wondering what the heck they're supposed to do now. So they're just going to start searching the town.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Because that's the default. Without proper supervision, they're kind of like, hee hee. You know, we'll see if any of them have to get shot later. But as for the guys in Sveti, let's just figure out what you're doing, Marshall.
Oh, and Rosnitz, so nothing?
Nothing. But actually, somebody came up and said, yeah, we saw him headed southwest earlier.
Okay, yeah, record the information and then order all forces except those sent to Strestitz, and then them as well, actually, once they afterwards. That the next location is Stasser, where all forces are to convene. I will proceed to Scharberitz, or whatever, down there.
Okay.
Right there?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you pretty much make it.
Good. Okay. And
Alright.
I'll begin there.
As for the Growl, what's going on?
Yes, sir. So the first question is, have I heard anything yet?
No, nothing.
Okay. What we're gonna do is then, basically, I'm just gonna kind of mutter to myself, he isn't here. And I'm gonna send word to the folks in Sveti to put, move your ass. We're gonna head southwest-ish. Maybe cut across direct south to check all that stuff.
Okay. And by the way, I just want to let you guys know, you have been seeing, like carriages and stuff moving around, like ordinary civilian travel.
Oh,
that goes for everyone, not just Grau. People going about their daily business.
Well, those do have to be stopped and searched in all cases, universally. Yeah, right? That's without question.
Yeah, that changes things a lot.
Yeah,
if they still haven't found anything. But,
if they have a thing full of hay, grab a pitchfork and stab it a bunch of times.
Set the hay on fire.
But I'm gonna call the guys back from Sveti, and then I'm gonna send word down to Liam, going, he's not down here. Start moving west.
Okay.
And then once I'm gonna take the battalion I'm with right now, and head down the road, skipping Klakow, and going to Stasser.
Okay. Seems good enough.
And the general thing is if I see anybody along the way, just kind of do not sit there and talk to them for a long time, but kind of don't hold back on the emotion.
Yeah.
Just talk to them, kind of thing. Specifically, don't hold back on the emotion, so they get the feeling that, hey man, this guy's after something.
As you're heading down this road, you stop a carriage. And you're talking to them about a couple guys on a horse, right?
Right.
And you're talking to them and asking them about this guy, and you say, and they say to you that they actually just passed by somebody that fits the description. They didn't talk with them, but a woman looking, a little too manly,
Okay.
So,
Can they give
Yeah.
me an indication of direction?
they're headed north, right? They're just passing by you, and you're
Oh, yeah,
talking
so they're
to
going
them.
south. Okay. Well, I'm gonna kick the spurs in and see if I can't catch up with whoever they passed.
Okay. So you're gonna get ahead, like maybe there. All right. Like there. Yep. Cool. Just passing by this field here.
Okay. And
And,
I'd be looking out, seeing if any, if they might have jetted off into a field or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then for the
That
Blau.
said, that kind of changes what I'm going to do, but I'll wait till next turn.
Yeah. So that all done. What's the Blau doing?
I'm going to, with those orders that he's not where I am, he's farther west. I'm going to book it to my cav. All right, we're done searching, boys. We're gonna head over, calling on any volunteers if any have shown up. We're
None
gonna
have shown
get
up
out
yet.
here,
No.
form line, and sweep at speed. We're not checking anything, but full line. We're sweeping this way at speed, just riding through. If he's hiding on the ground or he's on the road, we're gonna find him.
Like, damn, folks, where's your patriotism? He burned a town, but no one shows up.
No, I was hoping to get like a white militia unit out of this that would like sit there and do nothing, but oh well.
Well, very few of these townsfolk actually have horses that they can just go out and get.
Yeah. And
Um,
unless they're farmers, I mean, the most they're going to have is like a carriage, and like I said, I mean, especially unless they're farmers, because then they need them for equipment. But
Yeah.
They're like, we wish we could help, but like if you're moving that quick, we're not going to be able to keep up.
Yeah. We're going
so-
full speed ahead. Choo-choo.
All right, so cool beans. The guys in Sveti are still looking around. They haven't gotten any new orders, so they're looking particularly hard right now. The guys in Restar have just received orders to head towards. Or actually, did I already resolve that? I did. Yeah. All right, so let's just move on to the next turn. I've got the screenshot from our fugitive. And I'm going to actually ask for this fugitive screenshot first this time.
ooh, that's ominous.
Ooh.
If you
All right,
hit up my
he's
side
coming.
move and dug 2 squares down and then covered himself.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, fuck, it's a bush. Gotta hide under the grass.
Colonel.
Hopefully we can get there. Oh, hopefully the chances of dirt are really bad for him. We can get
like
there with one
he
block of
sees
dirt.
somebody coming down the road, and he's like, fuck, it's gravel.
Fuck, it's cobblestone.
Look for spider holes.
There you go. Tunnel rats up in here.
All right.
We'll start speaking Vietnamese.
All right, so Grau, let's talk to you. Well, no, let's talk to Ogle first. So, Ogle, what's going on?
Continue down the road.
Okay.
Crossroads.
They can get to like there,
Yeah.
or if they're going into Stetsrick, or. they're just
I think I'm
gonna
gonna
keep
leave
on?
one guy behind. Here's what this guy's orders are. His orders are to search the town, and then move to this position and keep an eye on that part of the forest. I'd also like to leave a guy here.
Kind of like just watch
Yes.
the forest. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. All right. And then these guys are going to start their sweep. And these guys are going to wait till next turn to start theirs. Meanwhile, Marshall, you're getting into Sharbazits.
And do I see or hear anything?
They're just kind of chilling out, They don't know of anyone like that.
Okay, right ahead to Stosser.
Okay. All right.
There's only like 4 houses in that town anyway.
Yeah.
Miller, the noose is closing.
Okay, so let's get so these infantry and Restar get that dispatch to head to Stosser this turn. So they're going to start marching this way. These guys are going to continue their march. Get there. 1.0, 2, 3.5, 4. All right. Let's talk with the Blau. So you're going to continue your sweep there?
Yep, just sweeping through full line, single line, spread out the entire cab. We're not stopping, we're just going through. Anyone on the road who looks suspicious, we're checking. Carriages, we're checking. We're not stopping at towns. We're just moving in this fashion across the land as fast as we can get. Really, just quick looking at people but keep riding. No one stops their horses.
Okay.
We're trying to get west.
Let's get him.
Okay, so Grout, as you're riding forward, you see, like 4 or 5, groups of travelers on the road, and everybody's getting off the road, and especially the people that you're passing by right in front of you, are dipping off into the fields, and so you're going to talk to them, like, hey, what's going on? You're asking about these guys, and they're like, oh yeah, I think I just saw him, and they're all kind of confused, but also like, I guess somebody fits the description. I thought I saw somebody like that. And so you're just like talking to all these people on the road. It's like a suspiciously high amount of people traveling on this road, like, a great group to like hide in, And so your cavalry catches up to you, and they're interviewing everyone, like trying to search around. And you're just super busy trying to like get info on these guys, right? And they're like, I could have sworn he was just here, right? That kind of deal. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to yell over at the battalion commander. Everything gets searched, spread out, search the outbuildings, search the fields, and look also for anybody in uniform. And anybody that look for anything discarded, clothes, et cetera, et cetera. Basically going, okay, he might have changed what he looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So just searching the road, right?
Yep, searching the the direct area, because there was like, hey, we just saw something like that. I'm like, okay. And then I'm going to send word out to Moffat going, possible sighting, move your ass.
Okay. All right. Any orders for the guys in Sweaty? They're just chilling.
Yeah, get the fuck over here. Like now.
Okay. All right, so they're going to start doing that next turn. All right, cool. I'm going to ask for the fugitive screenshot first again. Okay. All right. Let's do Ogle. So these guys are going to start their sweep on the far left. Cool. These guys are going to continue theirs. And
here's before we move that, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Is it possible that I saw Marshall head into Stosser?
Oh yeah, you saw him head into Strasbusitz, and then a guy that looked like Marshall and his staff.
Here's the directives to the men. I want a guard post here, and a guard post in a search and guard post in here in Teklovitz.
Okay.
And I'm going to go down to confer with the Emperor.
All right.
Just straight across this field here over to the.
Yep, sounds good. I imagine the Emperor's just moving into Stosser proper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So these guys one of them is gonna chill there. And then the rest of them. Yep, that's about right. They'll ride down. Oh wait, they're gonna be like more like that. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right.
Well,
That's-
one of them was supposed to stay here.
Oh. Okay. All right.
No worries.
Cool. All right. Well, there you go. That's that moved. I'm gonna quickly move the Marines. Okay, that's where that column ends up.
Oh, by the way, Carter, I just want to tell you real quick, man. Thanks for doing this. Makes me so happy.
I just think it would be funny, you know?
It is.
All right. So 3, 4. Okay, they're there. All right, and then Marshall, you're just asking around?
Yes.
Okay. As you're doing so, people mentioned that a couple people that had gotten off the road just recently said that yeah, they walked by a guy kind of like that on the road between Stetzerik and what is that and Königgrätz, kind of going the east-west road between the two towns, right? And they said he turned north towards Briza.
Okay. Then let's head up the north towards Briza, and we'll stop over in Krakow.
Okay.
We'll take that road from Stasser. Yeah, that road. Yep.
Okay.
All right. And Marshal Ogle and his staff are with me now.
That is
Yes.
correct.
Okay,
You're
good.
now co-located. All right.
Oh man, here comes the noose.
It's almost over here, guys.
Yeah, I think you're gonna find him.
It's about to be game over.
Insert quarter to continue. Although I don't think.
Oh man, or like it just fades to black right here, and it says "to be continued," and you're like, "Shit!"
As you see Sam Miller, he self-immolates.
Well, there is a powder magazine in the area.
Miller just gets a screenshot that says Mortis.
Okay. All right. So then let's talk to the Grau here. I didn't run you yet.
Okay, what you got?
So you're still searching, and some people, because of the disturbance on the road, seem to be heading towards Krakow. They just don't want to deal with that right now. So they're just heading over to the town, try and get around. And you're continuing to move up the road, trying to search more caravans and such like that.
Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to order the battalion to keep moving forward, and when they get to the top of that hill outside of town, to get a good look around.
Top of what?
Kind of like right here-ish. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me and my staff, thinking, I'm going to go check out that little group.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so your cavalry moves forward, and I'm going to resolve the end of your turn in a moment once I talk to the Blau. So you're just continuing the sweep, or what's going on?
With my new orders of get your butt over here, I am swinging like that, pretty much just short of a full gallop. We are booking it. If we see anything suspicious, check it out, but we're moving over.
Okay, double quick. So then that incurs disruption.
Wow.
It's just another wow moment.
You're not even in combat and you're taking disruption.
No one's died yet. Come on.
That's like me more.
This is what happens when the blue guys try to do anything. They're
No,
just
what-
too hard on their men.
No wonder we won the war. They
Yeah.
they defeated themselves for us.
That's a
That's
double click and
it
curse
seems.
disruption.
Yes, it
I
does.
know.
Okay,
Wow. Just Marshall.
do we see the Blaureich out there? Do we see?
Oh yeah, yeah, you see him.
Yeah, I definitely want to, spur my horse on a little and catch up.
Okay. All right, you spurred it.
All right,
It's
perfect.
bleeding now. Animal cruelty. All right.
And you were
Scratches and
insulting
all.
me.
All right. So yeah. So now that everybody's moved, so as you're walking into Krakow, Eli, you start to see flames going up from the tavern.
Oh, this guy, man. He's
so-
doing it again.
You just can't stop him.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
And so people are starting to run wild in the streets, they're like getting the bucket brigade together and all that, right?
Sure.
To try and put the fire out.
Well,
So
you
it's
know-
kind of a scramble in the town right now.
I'm not going to ask anybody. I'm just going to sit there and observe and see if anybody tries to jut out from the crowd, because maybe they wanted to cause a distraction, see. So I'm just going to sit there and observe.
Smart.
Okay. All right. Then that's everything going on. So let's have our fugitive send me their screenshot and see what's going on.
Of course, I'm sure the guy looks like a giant asshole sitting there with his staff going, he's not doing shit.
All right. In other news, I filled up the last 2 spots for Antietam that had opened up. Turns out the guys didn't realize that they had to join the Discord, so that's fun. All right. Anyhow,
Oh, no
so now I've got my orders from the fugitive. So let's run Ogle first. So these guys are going to continue on their sweep. Same with these guys.
It wouldn't be Carter if he didn't try to build anticipation.
All right, so and they're there setting up the roadblock. What else? The Marines have to move towards Stosser, so this is the fastest route. I'll get to like there. And yes, I'm going to move literally everything before I move Growl.
Oh, nice. This guy.
And look, he's even
What is
measuring.
life without suspense?
I am
Even-
measuring. Well, if we're measuring it for the fugitive, we got to measure it for you. You know?
Fair point.
Okay, that's about right. All right. Then
Half block.
Moffat, what's going on? Oh yeah, calf block. Let me move that. Do okay. That's good enough.
Can we see the smoke starting to rise from
Oh, yeah.
Krakow?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to tell my troops to spread out in this area. They're going. Sorry, that's the noise. They're going to
Okay.
start.
Where are they going?
They're spreading out in this area, checking things, blocking roads.
So they're guarding the east side of town, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm heading into the town. I'm riding up to see what I can find.
Okay. All right. And at this point, people are starting, like groups of people are starting to run away from the town. They just don't want any part of this right now. They're like, holy crap, like everything's going to hell right now,
Like out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, just like what the hell is going on, right? So groups of people are starting to leave the town and go every which way. So it's good, you're stopping, the cavalry is stopping groups of them. These guys are now, interviewing people as they're leaving town in those directions. So yeah.
Damn, that escalated quickly. Like, boom, there's a building on fire.
All
It's
right.
almost like Sam Miller.
Yep. Pain in the arsonist.
At it again.
All right.
He has a way of lighting your indignation.
Shut up.
Wait.
I mean, all he's doing is just making his situation worse. I mean, Grau up to this point, he's been pissed, then he's got himself under control, and now he's just like, I'm going to let loose.
Now he's just in like turbo rage.
Now he'll just die tired.
Yeah.
Breaking news, man literally too angry to die.
Well, he better hope we catch him, I'll tell you that.
All right, so now that's all done. Let's get our next screenshot from the fugitive.
Oh, we didn't move me.
Whoa, you didn't resolve the Grau.
I did.
You
You
didn't
moved into town. Oh, okay. All right.
You didn't
all
resolve
right.
the Grau or
What's
Red
the Grau
Team.
doing? What's the Grau doing?
Yeah, you didn't
Well-
move the red team.
Right.
Red one
What I'm
reporting in.
going to do is, I mean, obviously I've got my staff with me.
Yeah.
That battalion is up there is still going to hang out and kind of keep watch out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send word to the guys that are coming up the road to set up a cordon on the north side of town.
Okay.
So basically, you know, just
that
spread
kind
out,
of deal.
dismount if you have to, but get spread out and just look for anything.
And so they're as they're deploying in this field here, trying to catch any stragglers. There's people passing by them on the road and that kind of deal.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not there to tell them what to do, so I imagine they'd be checking folks.
Yeah. So they're checking folks, and there's this guy that looks a little suspicious.
Let's see.
Uh,
Obviously, they check and go, wait a minute.
Well, they might even know what Miller looks like.
that's true. That's true. They wouldn't know.
They
So
have
they're
a
gonna.
description.
I mean, they probably would know if they, you know.
Well,
Who's
they'd
Miller?
probably have a description. It's probably no different than it is today. I mean, even today, we have photographs and everything of our command chain.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
So you know who everybody looks like. You know what their name is, their rank.
Yeah. So let's just let's play this out here. Valgul, you're the commander of this
Wait,
cavalry squadron here. Well, you're here. We're gonna pull you into this. All
what?
right. So
Not in the game, no.
Do what now?
Not in the game, though. I don't see what's going on.
He's not on the board.
He's in the pub.
Yeah,
You
hold
know
on.
what it is? Sam is probably just like sitting there at the bar drinking something while the whole place is coming down around him.
Probably.
This is fine.
that's me. And then one of you just comes storming through the front door, kicks the door off its hinges, and goes, "You come with me."
Flies
All right,
off.
so Valgul, you're the cavalry commander, right? You're interviewing these people as they're coming down the road, and you see this guy, your cavalryman, bring him up to you. This woman, this woman, they bring him up to you, and they're like, this seems a little suspicious, and so they ask you to, like, you know, what do you want to do? And so you decide that you want to talk to this woman and get a little bit more of her backstory, you know, like what's going on. And so, what are you going to ask her? You know, like we're
Where
going to
are you
have to
traveling
interrogate
to?
McKay.
Zah?
I was waiting for it. I'm like,
It's like,
What-
you don't sound like a woman.
How dare you?
I'm just gonna instruct one of the men to just remove any head covering that she has.
I catch his fist.
I immediately draw my pistol.
whoa, don't you put him down.
Okay, roll for what do you call that? You know, in D&D.
Yeah. All right.
That's,
So
that's like fate or some shit. No, it's,
That would
it's
be
like,
it would be a dexterity check.
yeah,
Yeah.
roll dexterity.
Dexterity to stop the blow.
Yeah. Well,
all right. I'd say it rolls
Saving
on a
throw.
5 or less.
Yeah, fuck it, go, get it.
All right.
Sam's
Block,
pretty built,
not blocked.
so he's gonna
Not blocked.
catch this.
That's true. Yeah, he's pretty built.
Pre-built.
All right. So he catches it. He catches it. If he can lift a bucket to set something on fire, he can.
And they're stunned. They don't know that this woman can fight. So
Yeah. All
It's a
right.
whole cavalry squadron, man.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I would say he's captured, but I should also be arriving in the town.
Yeah.
And I assume
I would
somebody
like
would
I would like
have,
to I would like as
I just want this person down.
as Marshal de Lavalley, I would caution the Emperor, sir. There are many unsavory Blaureich types in there. I feel it may be somewhat, and there's also a massive fire. I feel it may be somewhat unsafe for you, the Emperor, to enter and allow me to handle
I'm just
this
gonna
way.
keep the subjects bound with rope with their hands tied behind their back and just my pistol pointed at the back of their head, holding them there.
Okay. Anything else, or that's just it?
That's just it. Hold them in place.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And I
But
would.
you have not sent
the
word
message.
to.
It's not my,
Hold
on,
it's
guys,
not
hold
my
on.
place to cap
Like-
this person.
Yeah, let's not everybody jump in. Let's handle this in an orderly fashion.
So you have not sent a message to the Growl, which means that he is still, for all he knows, looking for that bastard
I don't
in
know who my allegiance
Paco.
is to.
You're Blau, so you've got to report to Growl.
Alright,
Would you
Grail,
like to
come
send
over
him a
here.
dispatch? All right.
Grail,
Yeah, okay.
come over here. I found him.
All right. So we don't need a screenshot from the
Sick.
from our fugitive. So Growl gets a message and whispers something to Liam, and they ride off this direction. As
Hold on.
you-
I have an additional, right?
Oh, yeah?
An additional. My additional is I'm gonna stop somebody and go block that road.
No, I'm going to, when you whisper to me, I'm going to turn my soldiers and go start talking, distracting, and delaying Vermillion.
Oh, I
All
like
right.
it. That's what's
All right.
up.
Well, committee. All right.
Is it? I'd like to ask: is it just him,
It's him and his staff.
him and his staff, and it's us on our staffs,
Yeah.
and presumably a small bodyguard for the Emperor?
Well, the bodyguard is now.
Well, I mean,
spread
like
out
some
the wazoo.
cavalry, some cavalry guys,
Like
proper cavalry.
a couple, like 5
Yeah.
or 6. You know.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Miller,
5 more
you
than
should
they have.
totally try to escape.
So you guys are talking with Liam, and
Are we
you're like
talking, Marshall?
looking
are we
around the
talking?
town.
Marshall,
I mean,
are we
I'm not
talking?
Like you're half
Yeah, ask
talking,
me
half
what's
like
up.
looking around the town.
No, this is obviously a stalling tactic. I'm gonna ride
Yes.
around and get my way to the Growl because I
Well,
know
he
what's up.
probably sees Growl tearing ass.
Yeah,
Trying to get over there.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
know what's
All
up,
right.
and I don't want
My
this.
staff is spreading out across the street to physically stop any movement past me. We are making a cordon of horses and men.
There's a scrum going on. In the
Hey,
street.
Meanwhile,
the
my
Growl's
arm is
back.
getting tired holding my pistol to this guy's head.
Yeah, drop
All right,
I mean,
so-
obviously, I'm running over there, so.
draw pistols because we're not playing, and I don't want this fugitive killed. I want him turned over to the
Yeah,
duchy.
I don't want him killed either. I'm holding him in place. The pistol's just
Say,
there to make sure he doesn't move.
Yeah.
All right,
Y'all
so
ready
now
for,
we're fast forwarding to the next turn. We're switching our gears. Okay, so Grau has just arrived.
Well, I mean, I can tell you how it's going to resolve right here, right now.
So hold on. So you're not quite sure. It looks a little suspicious. So you gotta just ask a couple questions. A question that that if it's Sam, he'll answer it in a way that you'll know who Sam is.
Well, he will recognize Sam. Sam's his subordinate.
Well,
He-
no,
like-
I served with him. I know what he's going to look like. If
I know, but
anybody's
this is
gonna
like
know,
adding salt to the wound, right? Like who it is, but like you just gotta like put him on the spot.
Okay, and-
you just gotta ask him that question.
All right, well then,
Why
I'm gonna ride up to it.
why am I stuck in Krakow?
Because you just drew pistols at the end of the turn.
Yeah. All right.
But Eli also just got here at the beginning of the turn.
Okay.
So there's like a
Ready
good
for this?
30 seconds, 50 seconds, minute delay, between you
oh
getting here.
Lord.
and Eli getting here.
All
so
right.
so you're talking with Sam Miller. What's the conversation?
Why'd you burn the town?
Ha ha ha.
Why did you burn St. Corinne? What those people ever do to you?
You think I burned it? You think that's the truth? You can't handle the tree.
I swear to God, my trigger finger's getting tired.
So Carter, I'm gonna draw my pistol
Yeah.
with zero conversation and just shoot the bastard.
Ah,
Oh,
Okay.
I could have done that for you.
Can I ask?
Alright.
Do we hear the gunshot?
Yes, you hear a lone gunshot in the distance.
Marshall, with your permission,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm opening fire on the command of First Division here.
Oh
We are
damn!
all of us are opening fire, and I'm sending one of my guys as I'm sending once if we are successful in our attack, I'm sending 2 of them as fast as they can. 1 to my troops over here, and 1 to the guard regiment over here.
Oh no,
Holy
no,
shit!
no! We're not gonna shoot him down.
We
We're
aren't?
not gonna
Oh,
break the treaty.
Sorry, I thought. Sorry, my apologies. I thought you. That
Oh,
was the
dang.
approval of that. My
No.
apologies.
That's a shame. I would have met your assault.
Yeah. No, it would have been game on, but no.
All right. Well, now we need to role play the rest of this to see what happens.
Okay, so now Sam is dead. And so now you're basically, after hearing the gunshot, you're like, okay, get out of my way. And Liam knows his job is done, so they allow it, And so now you're all gathered around the dead
May I
corpse.
still send those 2
Bro,
dispatches for those men to gather at?
Yeah,
Blackout?
yeah, sure.
Right.
Sure.
Liam, my boy.
Yeah. All of our forces will be converging on that location, I'm sure,
Yeah.
over the next 30 minutes or so, or whatever.
At the sound of the lone gunshot, I had everyone stand aside because the Grow's business was done.
There it is.
Marshall, if you may, I believe it would be best served if my staff. I don't believe I could properly be controlled in a situation as delicate as this. I would request to remain here and help with the bucket brigade.
Granted.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna fight the fire.
Okay. We didn't start the fire. It's been burning
since the blue start burning.
Oh,
All
man.
right, let's carry on because now I'm into it. Now I'm really into it. I want to see what happens between Grow and the Emperor.
All right, so now we don't have to do any turn stuff. Just talk.
Shot while trying to escape, I trust.
No,
Sure, let's go with that.
you just a simple kind of grisly voice. No.
Well, you surprise me, Grau. I know that you will not show mercy, but I thought that you would do no evil.
What this man did? Did you expect me to show mercy?
No.
I don't see the argument.
No, I wanted him to face trial and answer for his crimes. The Duke wanted him to answer for his crimes, and you've robbed the Duke of what is rightfully his, the justice of the people. I mean, his fate would have certainly been the same, but at least a fair hearing, justice.
God's judgment is justice.
So I'd say I probably just remount because I imagine myself having stepped down and shot him. So I just remount and I go, tell him, I live by my own code. He got what was coming to him, and now I'm going to leave.
The people of Vermillion will never understand the people of the Southern Duchy. Alright, what to do with the body? Can we retrieve the body and put him in a box and deliver him to the Duke?
An iron cage.
I'm pretty sure he's unrecognizable at this point. He just had a flintlock pistol, or caplock pistol rather, just shot in his face.
You know what? And I kind of want to turn to the officer while I'm
Generally,
riding
bullets
off.
do more damage going out than going in.
Like, I kind of want to look at the officer when I'm riding off and just go, let him rot.
Alright, I'll just fucking kick him into a ditch then.
All right. The Emperor's staff will collect the body and put him in a simple box, and he will be presented to the Duke.
Oh, and kind of like with a sarcastic tone, I kind of, I look back and I kind of go, Emperor, as in like a sarcastic emperor, or whatever the fuck it is the tone is. You look at me, he looks at me and he says, I'll be seeing you again.
I'll just salute.
My character would spit on the corpse as he rode by. I wouldn't, but Sharp would.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Got him.
Got him. Well,
And then he...
Well, that was fun.
well, should I announce the news that Nick sent me already? He's probably already posted it.
Sure.
Sam in game surrendered to the Duke's forces on the border, on the Vermillion border at the fort. Yep. So the in-game Sam surrendered to the Duke and will face the Duke's justice. But I have to say, this was a hell of a lot of fun hunting him. I'm just sorry that I didn't get to take him home in a cage.
No, the growl got him.
Yeah, I figured. Oh.
Honestly, I expected, and I think Carter tried, I expected Carter to kind of force everybody to come together and see what would happen.
Yeah.
Actually, that was not the intention. That was, no. I just wanted you guys to fight and growl, but that just kind of naturally happened, and that was fun to see.
Yeah. Well, and I was kind of hoping to get there before you pulled the trigger on him. I could have, I don't know what I would have said, but would have tried to stop you.
Fuck you, you're cringe. Bam.
Yep.
Just bam.
Yep. Pretty much.
Perhaps a couple of drops
Your
of blood and
cringe
brains.
loses us one war. Bang.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes down to the grand scheme of things, Grau's one of those guys where he's like, look, man, I mean, do you have an idea how much pain people like this cause?
Yeah.
I mean, burning out a whole town. I mean, it's like, trial? You want me to have a trial?
Fuck that noise.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be for the sake of Sam. It's for the sake of the people to have their say and to have a hearing of what exactly happened and why. So it's a different perspective. I mean, in the end, the justice is the same. The fate would be the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Only instead of a rope, he got a gun.
Yeah. So, or in the Vermillion case, the guillotine. So,
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
In reality, it's the no person has the authority to kill another person. That is an authority that God has given to the government. And so only through trial can you sentence someone to death, because that's not an authority any individual person has. But for the sake of this thing, Sharf would absolutely have helped Grau kill him himself.
Yeah. Well, the state.
Grau is an outlaw.
Yeah, the state has a monopoly on violence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. All right.
It was one of those things where the leader of Blaustein was like, he said, look, my son's dead because of this guy, so just kill him. That's exactly what I did.
Crazy, and we both had sons caught up in the conflict. That's what's really interesting.
Yeah, and is like the campaign officially over? Can I talk about it now?
Yes, it is officially over. We can talk about it.
Okay. So,
oh, you cut out.
A phone. No shit, a phone call came right in right as I started talking. No, I had your son. Like some scouts brought him up.
Like, did you know?
Yeah, he had a striking resemblance to the Emperor.
Yes. Well,
he was on the $5 note,
Vermillion note. Yes, his face is on the 5.
A couple cavalrymen walked into Eli's tent and said, "Hey, don't you recognize this guy off the bill?" And they're like, "Oh my god."
Like, holy crap, this is the Emperor's kid. And I was trying to I was trying to convince the powers that be to keep going, and at the end of the message, I said, "You should know, I have his son."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See, and I didn't think anyone knew. I was like, well, they have him, but as long as they don't know, it makes no difference. And I would try to get the prisoners released, but I can't like do anything to tip my hand. I ultimately have to continue as though they're not holding anyone consequential. And yeah, I wanted to negotiate the release, but it's like, what can I do? Very
Yeah,
interesting.
it's kind of a repeat, though. I mean, it's Growl. He's not going to give you your son back.
Right, and my quotation was, "The Growl will not show mercy, but he will do no evil." That was my
Yeah,
quotation.
I want
Yeah,
to hurt the guy, but I want to give him back to you either.
exactly, which is consistent with your character. So, it came true. It came to pass exactly as predicted. So, I figured it would just have to be wait till the end of the war, and then we, return prisoners to each side, and then I'd get my kid back. So,
Yeah, to be honest, I'm actually kind of disappointed Sam decided to surrender because part of me wants him to run off so this exact thing happens.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, history books don't always record what actually happened.
Right.
You know what? That's a good point.
right.
If they wanted to hang someone, they just need someone who looks somewhat like Sam Miller.
There it is. When in actuality,
The Emperor always has been a very practical and pragmatic character.
There it
That's
is.
right. That's right.
and it's when in actuality, General Miller was shot on some road outside of a town that nobody has heard about.
Mm. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say here, but I forgot now. It escapes me.
Uh,
It
well,
had-
I should probably head out, but that was fun, guys. That was a good
No,
time.
that was a lot of fun, man. That was tense right toward the end. I really wanted it. I was like, come on, let's get him.
Oh, yeah, and I was gonna
Oh,
say,
do you want me to tell you how the route went before?
yeah, go ahead and show us that. And while you're drawing that, I'll say, in the campaign game, Miller's force was actually surrounded on all sides when he,
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh yeah, he's boned.
because
Yeah,
I had Third Corps closing in, I was closing in, and then I called up the National Guard, which gave me another corps, and then there was the Duchy had a corps, and he ended up encountering that corps and surrendering to it. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Where's he gonna go?
yeah, and the cavalry was in contact with him the whole time. So my cavalry was monitoring his movements.
Oh, he was never getting out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, like as soon as he left Saint Corinne, because I got word because he told me, hey, so I'm gonna push south, and I still had one of his divisions because he said, hey, return my division. So I went, okay, here's your division back. But then the bridge and stuff was gone at Saint Corinne, and I'm like, well, now your division can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I just kept it.
Yeah, we intercepted the communication that he couldn't get back across and he was separated from you. And once we recognized that he was on his own, this was before we even knew that he burned the city. I sent an entire corps plus the cavalry after him. I even sent the guard.
Oh, so you intercepted one of my messengers.
Yes. Yep. So it was an
So
opportunity
that's what spurred it.
to defeat him in detail. But I don't know that spurred him making the decision to burn it. So I don't know about that.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like spurred your pursuit because I was wondering, wait, how did they know he jumped off on his own? Because all I got when he sent me the message was, hey, so I'm leaving Saint Corinne. I'm going to go south and try and threaten their supply line.
Yeah,
I immediately thought, oh no.
Yeah, our goal was to catch him and defeat him in detail.
Well, you
All
would
right,
have.
So
Yeah.
I just finished drawing the line.
Well, to be fair, we did. We completely
Oh
surrounded
wow,
him
he
and
covered
forced
some
him to
ground.
surrender.
Yeah,
He covered some ground.
was he on foot?
Yeah, he was.
Wearing a dress?
No.
It is a really bad joke. You're right.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, everybody, thank you for watching the live stream. And
I'm not a racist, I swear.
yeah, and thank you for
They all
participating.
seem to
And
say that.
yeah, and thank you, Carter, for running the game.
No, no problem. My pleasure.
No, seriously,
Okay.
man, that was a lot of fun. I appreciate that. That made my night.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was great.
Poor Sam. I hope he doesn't watch this.
Dang. And I do want to mention real quick, because it's a stream. It was a joke, everybody.